Hell yeah. My name's Colin. I'm your host. Let's do some jokes. You're here for some jokes. Let's do some spooky jokes. Spooky jokes for October time. All right. Hey, got a question for you folks. Hey, what's the ghost stripper's unfinished business? They want people to compliment their boobies. Yeah, you like that one? You like that one? Cody likes it. Hey. Before we do anything else, can we give a massive round of applause to Covert Cafe for Cody and the Joes? Making your food, slinging your suds, adjusting the knobs and the dials. These three are fucking saints, and I only say that because I know they're staunch anti-religionists, and they hated being called saints. Do another little show, another little joke. Hey, what do you call a horror movie where only the hot girls get murdered? Shalloween. Yeah, that's a good one. That's what we do here. I'm gonna tell. I got 3 comics for you guys tonight. Technically, I got 6 comics, but I got 3 panelist comics who are going to come up here. I'm going to tell them true crime stories. They're going to react to them in whatever way they feel appropriate. We're going to play a game and keep it on going. Then in the second half, we got a bunch of people going to do some fucked up stand-up comedy for you. Sound good? Hey, I love it. I love a room that's on board. Look at all you beautiful folks here to talk blood with me. I love it. Let's do one more goofy joke. Hey, got a question for you, Covert. Why do dead kid ghosts inhabit dolls? Well, because they're prepubescent, and a doll's the nicest thing they've ever been inside of. They ever felt pussy before? That's the joke. You get the joke. See, I feel like I have to say pussy at the end or you won't get what I'm talking about. You know, because this is a spooky show. It's October true crime. So we do a theme for every one of these. So I got to make them spooky. Got to make them ghosty. So our theme for this month's show is Ghost Makers. Yeah. These are all the, that's nice. We like that. All these true crime stories we're going to talk about tonight are true crime cases wherein hauntings are associated after the fact. That's fun, isn't it? There's always going to be one question I ask the room at this true crime comedy show that they're going to go, if you want, I guess, whatever you say, creepy mustache man. Whatever you say. It makes sense I host this show because I look like 5 of the worst serial killers smushed together. The branding is perfect, but also that means you guys should feel safe. It means I'm probably not a serial killer if I'm hosting that. That would be the easiest way to get caught, right? Is talking about it into a microphone for an hour every month. Or is it the best cover ever? I don't know. Let's get cozy. Let's get cozy with our little talk show setup. Yeah, Jimmy Fallon over here. Yeah, ooh, getting settled in. How's that look, Joe Michigan? Does that look good on the camera? He's technically my boss, so I can't tell him to fuck off. It's a very odd dynamic. Usually when you host a show, the person doing the sound works for you. Not the case. No, there's a shackle attached to this stage. It's pretty fun. But hey, let's get our first panelist up here. Sound good? Yeah, all right. This first comic coming to the stage, she was a guest on the original Murder Casserole podcast just when I used to invite people over to my home to watch me smoke weed and talk death. That was pretty fun. And she just got to open up for motherfucking Dave Attell last night. Make some noise for my friend Sagan Genesis! Hell yeah, cheers. Welcome on. Have a seat, Sagan. Okay. How you doing?
I'm doing, I hope this is worth it. I skipped another Dave Attell guest set to be here.
Oh my God. It's not gonna be. Compared to that, you want to bump the mic on yourself? Yeah, that's great. Well, that way to set us off on the right foot in terms of my confidence, Sagan. I appreciate that.
I love being here. We have a lot in common. We've both seen your wife naked 3 times.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't even want to provide context. I just want people to sit with that information about
Think about it,
the
folks.
3 of us.
Think about it.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Well, hey, you. Let me ask you a question, though. That was it. No, so you, like I said, you came over to the house and you did this when I recently was re-listening to all the old podcasts because Murder Casserole started just as, like I said, me talking to people about murder. And I like to smoke weed during those recording sessions, and I think I did during yours. Yeah. What was that experience like for you, Sagan?
You were an amazing host. Colin does a
great.
wonderful job. He does a ton of research. He's an amazing host. But I don't remember anything that you said because I was too enthralled with Murphy, their dog.
Oh yeah. My dog is very sweet, and if you can go back and listen to that episode, and it's the cutest thing ever because he pushes his way into the room and just starts snuggling on Sagan.
We're just talking about murder, and then he's just like the emotional support.
Yeah, he's
murder
used
dog.
to it.
Yeah,
That's what he
I love
does
it.
for my wife. Whenever I'm on one, I'm just like, you don't even know the intricacies of the Kennedy assassination. She's just petting the dog.
Yeah.
Let the man tire himself out. I get it. It's great. Well, let's get into this true crime story. You wanted to know about this, and you said you knew something about it.
Yeah.
So who we're talking about with Sagan, this first of the Ghostmakers true crime cases, is this lady. That's a steal. This lady over there, Sagan, over there. You can also look at it on my phone if you want. We're real,
Lovely.
This is Madame Marie Delphine Lalaurie. Does that name ring any bells to anybody in the room?
Ooh.
Snaps from Madame Lalaurie. I don't know how I feel about that because this bitch was horrible. Yeah, but you said what do you know about Madame Lalaurie?
I think her parents killed her, and she was a beauty pageant kid. Are we talking about the same person?
Yeah, no, we're definitely talking about Joan Benet Lalaurie. It's the same exact thing. That picture was clearly taken in the 90s at a pageant. By the way, side note about Jean Benet, I think it was the brother.
I think it was
I think it was Burke. That kid's fucked up, dude.
Yeah.
Don't be in a dark room with Burke. All right. That's just an Easter egg, I guess.
I thought that she would look a lot more like Kathy Bates.
Yeah, okay, so if you don't know, Kathy Bates did play Madame Lalaurie in the 3rd season of American Horror Story, the one with the witches coven.
Yeah, we were
you know what I'm talking about.
We were talking about it on the way here. We were like, 1st season American Horror Story, amazing. 2nd, so scary. 3rd, what? 4? Why is it still happening?
Yeah.
Is it still going on?
It's still, no, and this is why you shouldn't watch the most recent season. I think it's called Delicate. It's with Emma Roberts and Kim Kardashian. They did it during the writer's strike. They used scabs.
Boo.
Those fuckers, we're a pro-union house in this room. Cheer for your unions. Cheer for your local murderers union. It's hard. Sometimes you need a day off. So that's who we're talking about. Madame Lalaurie. So one in a long line of wealthy ladies who murdered their servants or slave. Marie Delphine McCarty was born in Louisiana in 1787 to a noble French family. She married 3 times, having 5 kids in all, twice over a widow, all right? So she lived in Louisiana in paranoia of a slave uprising, which seemed to be a pretty common fear amongst the worst people you've ever encountered.
Kathy Bates.
Yeah, Kathy Bates, whom, by the way, I love. I love Kathy Bates. Fried green tomatoes, come on. See, there's brevity. There's lightness. So her 3rd husband, she was really afraid of a slave revolt, and she kept buying slaves. She had a bunch of slaves. She's living in New Orleans, and her 3rd husband, Louis Lalaurie, and her built this massive mansion in New Orleans in the middle of the French Quarter, which would become a house of fucking horrors. So a house fire happened in 1834, and it brought first responders who not only discovered that a cook slave who was chained to the oven had started the fire in an act of desperate suicide,
Jesus Christ.
but also the top floor of the mansion was a full-on medieval torture chamber full of enslaved people who were chained in crucifixion poses. They were emaciated, wearing iron collars, and displaying flaying wounds.
I don't feel comfortable making any jokes right now.
No, nor should you. That's a freaky-ass woman. Also, there was reports of people having holes drilled in their head, Dahmer style, and they'd put a stick in just to mix the brains around. Yeah, see, this is what's hard.
Oh, you guys have never been to an open mic comedy show?
See, you did great. That was great. Hey, bump the glass. Bump the glass. There we go.
There she is.
So, when there's also the story of a young slave girl named Leah who accidentally snagged Madame Lalaury's hair while brushing it one day, and Madame Lalaurie freaked the fuck out on the girl. And to avoid this woman's wrath, that 12-year-old girl jumped off the roof of the mansion to her death rather than suffer a beating or any kind of punishment from that lady. So that shows you how great she was. And we know this happened. This isn't a tall tale from the 1800s. There are bones on the property they've discovered. Mm-hmm. So when the townsfolk of New Orleans hear about this horrible case, they go to that house and tear it the fuck apart. Yay, New Orleansers! We knew they were good for some, and it's not just drinking in the streets. But it's a damn good time. Madame Lalaurie and her children fled to Paris, where she died completely free 5 years later. Suffered zero punishments for this. She just, that's the thing about the French. If they can't run away, they'll take in your murderers. Looking at you, Roman Polanski.
Wow. Freedom fries. so stupid. Sorry.
No, that's great. I love it. But to get into the ghost making part of this, so that obviously there was a house fire, and then the townsfolk ripped the place apart. So the original mansion, the Lalaurie mansion, is not there anymore. They built I don't know why they did this, but they built like a light replica of the mansion on the exact same spot, so it looks kind of the way it did back when this bitch was alive.
We're in a housing crisis, right?
I know. So yeah, they should. Come on. I don't know. But people who have worked on that site, they do ghost tours through it to this day. Everybody who has gone through there, damn near, has reported awful feelings throughout. They've reported seeing the apparition of the 12-year-old girl Leah up on the roof, and they say the worst feelings in the entire property are up on that top floor where all the torture happened. Ugh. It is an evil place. It's the only place that if you listen to last podcast on the left, the host truly seems scared talking about it. And when they're talking about on their episode, little Easter egg, their mics stop working as they're talking about the ghost of Madame Lalaurie.
Gross.
Pretty spooky.
Pretty spooky.
That's the catchphrase for the night. Just look to someone directly in the eyes and go, pretty spooky.
Pretty spooky.
Exactly that tone and cadence. That's for the rest of the month.
Yeah.
Make this one funny now.
I'm so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of what we have in common.
I don't think. Why?
Yeah. Well, the only thing that I'm thinking is no one knew that she was this torturous murderer, right? No
That's
one
the thing.
knew.
No, people did know because there was even.
Just please agree for the setup.
Okay, no one knew. No one knew at all that she was this horrible slave torturer.
You mean no one knew she was a silent killer like me?
Is that a fart reference, or it's like you got really quiet farts that smell real bad?
I should be at Dave Attell right now.
Yeah. That's Dave Attell's thing of you. You all know what's up. So Yeah. Also, visions of Leah and other enslaved ghosts have also been seen there. And yeah, the only thing I wrote, just to bring in your thing, the last piece of the note, Kathy Bates.
Kathy
Yeah.
Bates.
Kathy
There she
Bates.
is.
I got a problem with that. Stop casting beloved actors to play shitty people. All right. I love Kathy Bates is basically my third mom.
Yeah.
And I don't like her being a slave torturer, all right?
Exactly. It's like Tom Hanks as Walt Disney.
Yeah,
Stop
fuck
playing
that.
bad
He didn't say
people.
one thing about the Jews in that movie.
And we were all waiting for it.
That's Walt Disney's whole thing.
That's his whole thing. We
All
were all
right,
waiting
let's
for it.
that's the
Oh.
story of Madame Lawler. Yeah, it's a short one. It's a short one. No, you're still here. You're still here, Sagan. We got a game. No, I'll get you. I'll get you off to applause. That sounded wrong. You will exit to applause. Is that better? Let's see if it, okay. But we have another segment we like to do. I'd like to run through the true crime news with you, if that's
Love it.
okay.
I'm-
Yeah.
stoked.
This is a segment we call the Gory Gazette. Okay. All right. So we got a few news stories, true crime news. So a former Canadian Olympic snowboarder is currently facing murder charges connected to cocaine debts.
Whoa.
Yeah, a failed athlete turned to a murdering drug dealer. You know what? I'm tired of yuppies hogging all the good white powder. Because snowboarding
Yeah.
and rich, it works.
Listen, I've done cocaine twice. Don't.
You've done it
explain to
twice?
me.
How was that?
Yeah. What?
How'd they compare? I guess I've never done cocaine. I think it would do nothing to me, and I'm afraid of that.
It's exactly like skiing. It's extraordinarily thrilling and very expensive.
You're looking around. You're like, wow, what scenery! This is great.
Business plans galore.
You talking to people you don't want to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah.
I get you. Yeah.
It's like comedy.
I just like that it's the douchiest sport this guy played, and it's also the douchiest reason to murder someone because they owed you cocaine money.
Is cocaine a sport? Oh, you were talking about that.
Snowboarding,
Okay,
the
sorry.
other part. Cocaine snowboarding, that's definitely a sport.
You would be able to see things faster.
Yeah, and I think most people on Mount Hood, that's what they're doing.
That's what they were doing.
You
exactly.
know, or meth,
Yeah.
which is just a working man's cocaine.
Honestly,
You know, it's DIY. You know?
DIY.
All right. Hey, here's another one. So, you know the actress Anna Kendrick? Yeah, from Pitch Perfect?
Yeah.
Yeah, and about Twilight.
She just directed her. Yes.
This is what we're talking about. Yes, she just released her directorial debut movie. It's on Netflix. It's called The Woman of the Hour. And it's a very interesting piece of true crime trivia because it's based on the fact it's about she is playing a woman who was on the dating game in the 70s, and one of the bachelors, the one she picked, turned out to be this guy, Rodney Alcala, who was amongst the most horrific serial killers you can research. He did some gnarly shit. Yeah, and she accepted a date from him on live TV. Folks, I just brought this up because I got a big crush on Anna Kendrick, and I'm sad I didn't get a call back for the serial killer part.
I'm sorry. Also, her dating life sounds a lot like mine.
Yeah? You dated Edgar Wright?
No, I when I was on Tinder, I had like 3 people threaten to kill me.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah.
You know what makes me a bad person? Let's just go into this for a second, because my first thought when you said that was like,
Go
well,
on.
what did you say that preceded
What
it?
was I wearing?
What were you wearing?
No.
You must have done something.
So no, I there was one guy that did. So dating is super scary, guys. Like it's absolutely insane. But I remember when I was dating and I was on Tinder, there was one guy that found out that I was a comic. Little did he know that this is it. Like this is the height of it. And he said, "You must be a narcissist. Fuck you. Go fuck yourself. I'm gonna choke you and rape you back down to reality."
Oh my God.
We went out like 3 times.
We gotta get this guy on the show.
Give the guy a chance.
I think he's gonna be a subject closer than anything. I don't know. You know what I say to that though, Sagan? You know what I say? Pretty spooky.
Pretty spooky. Pretty spooky stuff.
All right. Let's do one more news story. So a sheriff in Kentucky is being held in jail for shooting a local judge to death in the judge's chambers. You might have seen about this. You see what I'm talking about? Shot him, just walked in. There's security camera footage of this dude just walking in. He's a sheriff, and he just pulls out his gun and starts popping this judge and shoots him like 7 times. But the motive is unknown, but this is the first time I'm willing to believe someone that a cop killed had it coming.
Also, what was the judge wearing?
That's the question.
That's really
There's
it.
one of those big flowy robes that shows off his lack of figure.
And ankles.
Oh, yeah, you don't want to show the ankles. You know what? I kind of wish we still did what the Brits and the Aussies did and make our judges wear wigs.
Fine, please.
Right? Because how do you prosecute a drag brunch for being wrong if you're the one in the gown and the wig?
It doesn't make sense.
I don't know. All I'm saying, Maddox 2024. I think I got as good a chance as anyone else. I think.
Wow. Someone that's interested in politics from Iowa who was married to a woman who works at a golf course. That's so John Wayne Gacy of you.
Oh, yeah. That is. Oh, you got me there.
Yeah.
And I'm, fat. And, I don't want to accept that I'm gay, but it's in there.
It's there.
It comes out in my behavior.
It's definitely there. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But, apparently about this case of a sheriff shooting a local judge, Donald Trump is quoted as saying, "Whoa, wait till we lose." You guys like that one?
I love it, yeah. How did you make your hand smaller for that joke?
You know what? I imagined having a dad and that dad being a piece of shit. And then it got smaller.
And it got tiny.
And it got tinier.
Yeah, small.
And then I thought, what if this... No, I'm not going to say it. You know why? Because that comment, pretty spooky.
Pretty spooky.
Pretty spooky.
Very spooky.
All right. Well, hey, everybody, make some noise for Sagan Genesis. Thank you so much, Sagan. Oh, my God. Look at that seal. We got the best seal. All right, I'm not going to do any more Trump shit. That's done. That's done. That's done. All right. You guys ready for your next comic host to come up here? Hell yeah. This dude, he's a good buddy of mine. I've known him for a while. He hosts a great show called Mix It Up, first Tuesdays up at Haymaker. And he hosts the open mic right here Saturday nights at Covert Cafe. Everybody make some noise for my buddy Aaron Thomas. Yeah. I hugged you, not Sagan. Yeah.
Well, you're not allowed to. So.
Favorite.
Don't touch her. Pretty spooky.
Pretty spooky.
I have to say this before we get started. I love that you host a true crime talk show, and you were very shocked when Sagan told you that she had been threatened on Tinder. In all your research, you didn't know that happens?
Nah, look at my fucking facial hair in these glasses. I like 70s stuff. I don't do the modern day true crime. That's bullshit.
Okay. He doesn't do it, folks. That's his alibi. Or
I
that's his
don't
Your
look
Honor,
at-
I don't do that.
Also, I'm still a man. I'm still shitty in that I don't believe women when they tell me something horrible happened.
I have no follow-up.
Hey, that is a self-lacerating bit. Okay, they didn't like that. That's cool. We're going to see it. Pretty spooky. They're back on my side again. See how simple that was? See how nice that was? Hey, Aaron, let me ask you a question. What's your favorite casserole filling?
Is this a real question?
Yeah, no.
Oh,
I want to know.
I
want to know what
you
you
me up for something I was supposed to know before
No,
the show.
No.
I don't. Cheese. I don't know. Lots of cheese.
A hot cheese casserole.
Yeah,
that's good. Like
cheese goes in like most every casserole, right? You know,
you
like
want it. You want the mush. That's what it is.
Bean.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not cheese, but that's.
You get it.
Yeah. I don't know. That's not what I was expecting.
No. I'm throwing
show.
curveballs. See, that's how you get. Okay, let's do one that's more. How do you want to get murdered? How about that?
Ooh. I would like to get murdered. I would like to get murdered in a way in which I'm also aroused.
Oh, okay.
You know? I think that's how we all want to go.
You know what? You know what? I think I got a
Yeah.
guy for that.
Yeah.
I think I got a buddy for you.
I think that's the way to do it.
Yeah,
you know?
no, you like kind of like what's the Sharon Stone, Michael Douglas, Basic Instinct?
Uh-huh.
You know where she's fucking the guy and she stabs him with the ice pick as she's fucking the guy?
Yeah, I was thinking of Gone Girl.
Everybody's
Like, oh no, not. But I'm like, that's perfect. That's
No,
right when
that's
I.
good.
Yeah.
Because you're not gonna know what's happening because you're coming.
Yeah.
You know.
And then you're dead. You don't want to like autoerotic asphyxiate like. Because then you're gonna, if you don't die, then you're like, fuck, I got a new thing I like now.
Oh
Like,
yeah, that's
I'm
nice.
doing this all the time.
You know what? Self-discovery above all else.
Yeah.
That's what I say. I'll tell you one time I was jerking off when I was a kid, and I know this is a non sequitur.
70s stuff, you
70s
guys.
stuff, you know. And I was a teenager in my mom's house, and my dog walked into the room, like butted his like.
It's
not
like
a-
every Tuesday for me.
Yeah, but dog.
all right.
But he entered the room, and then looked at me as I came. And it was like one of those things. I had one. I could have stopped, but I didn't.
Yeah.
You know, because you're already there. It's similar, but not murder. It's
Yeah,
dog.
Yeah. This is why I don't bring my dog over to his house.
No,
That's
yeah,
exactly
yeah.
it.
And I've offered so many times. I'm
Yeah.
like, bring it over here.
It's the long stare.
Let
you
her
know?
look at me.
It's not cute like the way Paddington does it, you know? It's a different kind of hard stare. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Who are my Paddington people? I know this is a murder show, but
Yeah,
come on.
but there's crossover. Everybody,
Yeah.
I hate British people, and I like Paddington.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, dude, that would be fucked up. If you were like, kill that fucking bear.
Nah, he's a good guy. So this is a story that I'm going to do with you, Aaron, that I like a lot because I don't think a lot of people have heard of this story. This is an Iowan case. We're going back to my old home state. This is a kid. Yeah. Iowan? No. No. Nobody who cheers from Iowa is from there. Or has ever been through it. I get it. But no, what we're talking about, they've got a beautiful, alliterative name. Aaron, I'm treating you to the story of the barbarous barefoot Barber brothers.
There's Barber twice? Barber's
Barbarous. That's an
Barbarous.
adjective.
Barefoot Barber
Barefoot.
brothers.
Their last name is Barber.
Yeah.
And they're barbaric, so barbarous.
Yeah.
I could have just said barbaric, I think, but I'm going off of old-timey newspapers.
Be a pretty good brewery.
Oh.
The Barbarous Brothers
Barbarous
Barber.
Barefoot Barber
Brother-
Brothers
Brewery.
Brewery. That's almost-
Everyone say it.
Barbarous Barefoot Barber Brothers Brewery. Keep an eye out for their vigilante justice lager. We're gonna get into it. No, this is an old-timey Western story. This is pew pew, you know, like Jesse James shit. All right. So up here we got Ike and Bill Barber. Those guys. So you got Bill on the right there, and Ike, his big brother, on the left. Those were two brothers who were born in northern Iowa. They were born in the 1850s. They were the two oldest of about 7 kids, and their dad died in the Civil War, died fighting in the Civil War. You understand? So they got sent to a children's orphanage that was specifically for kids whose parents had died in the Civil War. Fun fact, that orphanage, that site, became the college I went to. The University of Northern Iowa started as the Iowa War Orphans Home. That's the name of it. So, like, it's not, they didn't hide
Where's
it
the
at all.
guy that cheered for Iowa? Cheer again.
Yeah.
You know?
You know what? We're a lot of things, but we're blunt above all else. It's like, where's this building for? It's where the dead soldiers' kids go.
Yeah.
You know? And these places those places themselves, the building that became eventually where the college, Lang Hall, is super haunted, by the way, by children who were in the same kind of, contemporary time as the Barbers. Because the orphanages in the 1860s were pretty fucking bad. Remember all that stuff I said about the slaves and the Lalaurie Mansion? Take that down by like 25%. You got orphanages in the 1800s. Make sense? So not great. So they eventually they get out of it and they go back home to run the family farm. But it's the 1880s, which is the United States is in an economic downturn at this time, Aaron. So to make ends meet, both of the brothers who are at that point married and have children decide to start stealing shit. They start rustling cattle from the richer farmers in the area. Hell yeah, badass. Doing some straight up Wyatt Earp, Jesse James, Billy the Kid shit. It's awesome.
How fun. I'm sure this is going to be fun and not going to go somewhere we all hate.
So, basically, there was one shootout where they were stealing some horses from a rich farmer, and a local constable, police officer, tries to stop them. So a shootout happens, and they shoot this constable, and he later dies. They don't know they killed him, and then they go on the run. They fuck off to Colorado for a year or so, continue rustling cattle, trading them in, selling them where they can, making ends meet. But while they're gone, the news latches onto this story of them killing a constable during a horse thievery, and they then start attributing all of the crimes in the Midwest to the Barber brothers. They say any unsolved murder in Illinois, Wisconsin, or anywhere, they're like, Barbers did that. So they become like folk villains in the eyes of the Iowa townsfolk. They're like, these are bad guys. It's basically homegrown Al-Qaeda, these two mustachioed fucks. So then from that, also there was another shootout. They came back to care for their families back to Iowa, and they rustle some cattle and are trying to sell it off. And they hide for a night in an abandoned schoolhouse where they are found by a posse. Another big shootout. But before they can put on their clothes fully, the brothers dip, which gives them the nickname because they ran away barefoot, the Barbers, Barefoot Barber Brothers.
Yeah.
You understand? So they become known as the Barefoot Bandits of Iowa. Oh, boy. They get chased to a big farm where they have another big shootout with the law, and 2 lawmen are killed, and the other 3 that are in the posse are wounded. And the Barbers run out of ammo, so they surrender and are arrested. Okay? That's the middle part of the story.
Yeah. I feel like I'm listening to an audiobook on ×2 speed right now, by the way. You're doing great. I'm just taking it all in.
Yeah, it's the lack of coke. I'm also making penetrating eye contact with you throughout most of it.
Yeah.
Which has to be unnerving even for...
And honestly, you keep telling me about these guys. Anytime you tell me about, like, guys that lived in the Civil War time, and, like, it just sounds so fucking boring and miserable. Like, I don't know. I guess I'd probably murder a few.
Yeah, no.
There's not much else going on in Iowa, even now. If I move to Iowa now, I'll start killing people.
Yeah, no, as you should. Start with the congressman.
Sure.
But yeah, there we go. But there's
Election
nice.
day.
Yeah.
coming.
But yeah, we're getting there. But that's the thing. You're in Iowa. It's sad. It's cold, and your family's hungry. They're just eating fucking gruel. You know,
it's bad.
And you gotta steal some cattle, So that's what these guys do. It's totally out of economic circumstances that they resort to lives of crimes. However, they get arrested, sent to the jail in Waverly, Iowa.
We're just these 2 guys, by the way. That's just me. That we're just these 2 guys.
Yeah,
is what you're saying.
Yeah.
We're not economically doing very well.
No, but also we can't steal cattle and make a profit off it anymore. It's not like cattle is livelihood like it used to be.
Yeah.
What a shame.
No.
At least not here, not back home on the Great Plains. You and I should go back to Iowa for a crime tour where we just commit a bunch of larceny together. Do you want to do that with me?
We'll talk after.
I got
the show.
spots. I got.
I'm not gonna. I have
Maybe
I've got a lot of cameras on me right now.
Yeah, maybe we should.
Not too
say
comfortable
it
being
in
like
microphones.
yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna say yes. We're just like, I talk a lot.
Oh, we'll drink so much moonshine, smoke ditchweed together. Oh, it'll be great.
You're gonna be fucking so many dogs.
We're gonna be fucking
weird.
so many.
No. You don't say we. Do not say we.
I didn't fuck the dog. The dog just saw me come. Okay.
I
want to make that
after I was
distinction.
like, I want to die by coming, and he was like, one time I looked at a dog when I was coming. So that's the parallels. I don't really understand, but
it just popped into my head, and it was like, it's not like being.
It's been sitting in your head for like 13 years.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't want you to feel alone. I wanted to.
I can't wait to clip this later. And he won't post it. I will post it.
That's gonna be great. So, a mob of angry town folk storm the Waverly, Iowa jail. and kidnapped the two Barber brothers, who were both wounded from that farmhouse gunfight, by the way. They took them, they absconded with them, and the sheriff was just like, hey, can you just not kill him, like, right in front of the jail? Like, he didn't do his job, that sheriff, basically, is what I'm saying.
Do they ever?
Yeah, whatever.
No
So,
cheers? Fuck. God
yeah,
damn.
the mob took them...
This is Portland! All right.
Took them outside of town to a big couple of trees and lynched them both. That's what happened. Hey, pictures to prove it.
I look too quick.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have these kind of pictures on your phone, Colin. Looking the way you do, you shouldn't have pictures
They're
like
on
that on your phone. You can't
they're-
look like that and have pictures like that on your phone. You can fuck all the dogs you want, but you can't have pictures like that on your phone.
There's a folder on my computer.
Here we go. The folders again with this guy.
It's just full of this. Yeah, you can't say I'm not transparent, motherfucker. All
So
right, I
true.
let the people see me.
Yeah.
I'm not sitting in a comfy chair being like, "Oh, I'm gonna make fun of this mustachioed friend of mine." Just kidding. I love you. What? Speak up, you fucking coward.
No. That's true. He can say
Oh
whatever
yeah,
he
that's
wants.
true. That's cool. So they got lynched. That's sad. Boo. Not great. So then they were eventually buried. But allegedly, the ending to this story is the old Waverly Jail where they were kidnapped from, which is, by the way, now that town's public elementary school.
Classic, dude.
It's the thing in Iowa where just like horrible shit happened in that building. Make it a place we send children.
Yeah. This isn't going to be funny, but I recently watched The Sixth Sense, and there's that one scene at his school, and it's just like, and he just looks over, and there's people hanging in his school.
Yeah.
Is this what all schools are?
I
Just
think
places
so.
where people were once hanged and lynched?
Yeah, probably.
I mean, we're like...
Where's that one set? All of M. Night Shyamalan's movies are set in Philadelphia, right? That one's in Philly.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, people get lynched in Philly. Just watch the fucking Eagles lose.
The guy with the facts over here is like, I don't know, people get lynched in Philly, I guess.
I don't know. I sure love that TV show, though. But anyway, apparently the old Waverly Jail, which is now an elementary school, is haunted by the memory of the Barber brothers. And they can hear, this is my favorite part of this story, they can hear the barefoot slapping on the halls. Because they're barefoot, so they hear the feet meat going slapping. Do you not like that?
I don't like feet meat.
You don't like feet meat? Feet meat. That's the other catchphrase. It's pretty spooky and feet meat. And this isn't even the cannibalism show. That was a couple months ago. But anyways, also the site of the hanging, I hate this. It's called Murphy's Grove, and that's the name of my dog.
Back to the dogs.
I didn't want to. I didn't want to, but it just went naturally. It's like it's pretty spooky.
Pretty spooky.
Pretty spooky. So the site of the hang is also said to be haunted, with some seeing Ike and Bill walking near the tree from which they were hanged.
Whoa.
Yeah, so that's a fun little piece of Iowa outlaw, old westy, ghosty trivia for you. You like it?
I do.
Okay,
I do
good.
Like it. That was fun.
Let's move on to our game.
And sad.
It is sad.
Delete that picture.
All right, I'll get a room. Fucking shooting my bottom line to shit when I want to do a collage at the end of the show.
Oh, he's got collages.
Yeah, I'm going to collage all the murderer pictures. Anyway, we got this new game we're going to try. This game's called Lions No Crime. It's kind of like a one truth and one lie. Aaron and I both submitted one true crime that we each did and one fake crime that we each might have done. And you guys are going to help us suss out which one was which. Sound good? Yeah. Hey. Let's start with you, Aaron.
Okay.
So I'm gonna read both of the. Well, you're gonna read both of these crimes.
Okay.
All right, and they're on the left side of there under your
I
name.
should go ahead and
See
read
that?
both of
You
them?
just read them both.
All right. The first crime is that I was once stopped at the border for possession of marijuana. The second crime was I stole a guitar for a bandmate of mine to play a show.
Okay. All right. I'm thinking of you. Both of these are probably true. Like I don't want to. I don't want to make you feel bad, but I feel like you misunderstood the assignment. But okay, what do you guys think? One or two? So 1 is the possession, 2 is the stolen guitar. Which one do you think it is? Two. We're overwhelmingly saying 2. Don't fuck me up. I'm gonna also go 2 because majority rules. What was it? Which one's true?
1.
Fuck!
That was a 3-year-old bit he did. I've been here.
Hey. I don't even remember doing a bit about that.
Excuse my whole ass, Cody. Excuse my whole ass that I don't listen. It just works into his head.
Cody knows everyone's bits. That's
he knows
crazy.
everyone's material.
I host an open mic here. Can't wait to ask you all the questions.
Where's my feedback?
Yeah. I wonder if he has a ranking system. Oh, God. Okay. We're not talking about the open mic.
I'm near the bottom. That's what I can say fairly certainly. Okay. Now let's do
I
mine.
probably should have said something like,
So
no.
wait, which border, Mexico or Canada?
It was in El Paso, so easy at the Mexico border.
Okay, the Mexican border. And you got stopped. What is, like...
Yeah, I was on tour. This was another band tour. I was on tour with my band, and we got stopped. I can't believe I did this as a bit. I have no idea what's funny about it, other than it was just fucking horrible. I woke up. I didn't wake up. My bandmates all did, to us pulling into the border patrol area, and we just kind of come around from Denver to California to El Paso, and we had all gotten a ton of legal weed on our way, and yeah, I had some on my person. Other band members did. It was 4 a.m. And we all had to get out of the van because the dog could smell the van. And then we all had to get out and just stand there. Some of us had to put on pants. and we're very surprised that there were cops and dogs. And we also had a lot more weed in our trailer. And LSD, which dogs can't smell, but is a very, very punishable crime, I'll say. You can go to jail for a long time. And, they asked us, if we had any more, and we absolutely said no. And then they were like, well, if you're lying to us, we will find out. And that scared us enough to all throw away our weed. And then the next day, we were like, didn't have to throw away all that weed, did we? No, that was fucking stupid. Damn, cops scared a bunch of kids having a good time. And but yeah, that's what happened. And we had to wait outside for an hour. We all watched the sunrise. It was beautiful. And some of us were crying for different reasons, there was one guy, he was really young. He's 19. It was his first tour, and he was like, my mom's gonna be so mad. It was fun. Yeah.
You know what I'm just realizing right now, Aaron? You're cooler than me. Pretty spooky.
And I've always said that you're more delusional than me. Oh, that felt more mean than nice.
No, yeah, that was nice. I liked it. So, but let me double down. So you were dumb enough to get caught smuggling drugs into Mexico?
Well, no, we were going through.
Oh, you were going up and down.
We were not ever intended. So we just were going down. I didn't know where I was.
Well,
That's
now
the
I
thing.
look like
it
an
was
idiot.
3 a.m. I was driving, and I was like, what's this? And someone was like, I don't know. And we just ended up driving right into Border Patrol. I had never done it before. I didn't know how it worked. I didn't know they were going to stop us. I thought I mistakenly was driving through those little trucker.
Yeah.
I thought it was like that. And I was like, oh shit. And then I was like, I saw a lot of cops and a lot of dogs.
Yeah.
No.
They had to have the most fun with you. They were just like these fucking gringo idiots.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, but that's that. Oh, great. Let's do me now.
Oh yeah.
All right. I have crimes. I'm gonna read them. I'm gonna read them both.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You want to read them? I was once arrested for brawling over a college football game. That's one crime. Or I once fired a bottle rocket at a neighbor's house, starting a small brush fire, and they were the only Jewish family in our neighborhood.
Yeah, the last one's really long, and most of your bits. That was so specific. Why'd you have to even say Jewish family? What does that have to do?
Because sometimes when you're being more specific, that means it's a lie.
It's
like an overthinking of a lie, which I've been known to do.
Is that what you want us to think? What do you guys think? I guess one.
You thinking one?
What was one again?
One is I was
I'm
once
so
arrested for
drunk.
brawling over a college football game.
You know, I don't think you care about football.
I don't care. Well, fuck. Yeah,
It's two!
Yeah. I'm not, but in all fairness, one of the friends I was firing bottle rockets off with was Jewish as well, so that doesn't make it feel as bad.
You get in like fights over like presidential facts.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Ulysses
Don't
Grant,
besmirch Woodrow Wilson like that.
No, we can totally besmirch Woodrow Wilson. He was a piece of shit.
See what I'm saying?
Massively corrupt, yeah.
I rest my case.
Now, if you're going to talk shit about Kennedy in my present, I'm just...
Here we go.
Well, hey, that's your whole segment, Aaron. Make some noise for
Hey,
Aaron
thank you,
Thomas.
Colin. Give it up for Cool Colin, everybody.
Yeah, cool, Colin. Yeah, get your whiskey out of here, you big dumb twat. I don't know. It's just something I say. Hey, Cody. Could I have another beer? Thank you. So that's when you host a show as opposed to bartend here, you get to order them around. Maybe not. They didn't like that. Went quieter than I wanted it to. Frankly. But let's keep this old thing going. All right. We got one more true crime case. Then we're gonna do some stand up. All right. So this next host, oh my God, so funny. You'll see him at open mics everywhere. He runs a show over at Church Bar. He's a hilarious dude, and he's a good buddy of mine as well. Make some noise for Ikes! Have a seat, Ikes. My wallet fell out of my pocket.
I was trying to steal it. That's why.
There you go. There's nothing in it. There you go for it. I don't give a shit.
Damn, this feels like it was made out of human skin.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, okay. Here, take it back.
Mostly, all under 18, so it's cruelty free. They don't know what's happening yet. This is a dark joke. Ikes, how you doing? Ikes?
I'm great.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You look relaxed.
Oh, do I?
Yeah, and I mean that in a good way. No. No,
I want to make everybody know I'm uncomfortable as shit right now.
How have you enjoyed the show so far?
This is a bunch of white people shit.
You
opened with slavery like a woman beat niggas' asses. So that was just like, damn, hella uncomfortable for me. And then you got flies attacking niggas over here. It was just like, what the fuck is going on tonight?
This is a... Let me see if I can back my way out of this one. The flies, it's because I'm actually cursed. It's a biblical curse that was put on me by an old preacher man in Mississippi a few years back.
Okay, I thought it was just a racist ass fly, just like landing on black people and shit like that.
I don't make excuses of racism for the flies. That is one way I will not let them be slandered. All right. And as for the slavery talk at the beginning, it felt worse to make that your case.
Yeah, you're right. But I wish I would have talked about that.
I'm giving you the whitest case because, integration.
Nice.
Is that good? No? Okay.
That was Drew. He's an expert on blackness, so. Me neither.
I guess we're going to find out. That's cool. Drew's really making himself a character before I've introduced him.
Yeah.
But I love that. So we're going to get into a story here, but let me... do you like true crime much? Do you intake the documentaries and the stuff, the podcast, stuff like that?
The fuck?
No, yeah, okay, I get it. Yeah.
No, I stay away from all crimes and just in general.
It's a good... It does make... I realize my obsession with true crime is like... If you couldn't tell from looking, is like the thing that codes me the most is white. Like, it is the whitest woman thing about me, too.
And busting nuts on dogs, too. That's pretty white, too.
I didn't bust it on the dog. I'm just saying the dog and I connected when I came. It's not weird, guys. We've all been there. Like...
Wait, hold on. Let's take a round. Clap if you ever busted a nut on a dog before. That's 0 claps.
That's because you misrepresented me again, Ike's. I didn't bust it on the dog. I busted it into the gym sock I never used. And the dog was just there. You know, like it's not as bad.
Okay.
All right. I feel like you don't believe me.
No, I believe it. I believe you. I believe you.
Oh, thank you. Well, let's get into this true crime case, shall we? I talked this one. This is about a serial killer named Herb Baumeister and his property called Fox Hollow Farm. That's Herb up there. That's little Herbie Baumeister. And we subtitle this Self-Hating Chokey Ghost.
Self-hating.
This guy, Herb Baumeister, was one of the few hauntings where the apparitions of both the killer and the victims show up. So this guy, Herb Baumeister, was a closeted married owner of 2 Indianapolis thrift stores who also murdered a fuck ton of gay dudes in the 80s and 90s. He is suspected of being the I-70 strangler, which is 11 plus kills, in addition to 10 more murders at Herb's farm, Fox Hollow, where, by the way, this is how it got tipped off. Herb had kids, right? He had three kids. With his wife, and he was murdering all these guys in the indoor pool of his farm. You understand? Yeah. And burying the bodies on the property. And the jig was up when one of Herb's kids came in from playing outside and came up to his mom holding a human skull and being like, "Look at this fun toy I found, Mom!" Like, just playing with and this wife was just like, "I'm not gonna pay attention to that at all." Didn't go to the police. Did nothing. Totally in denial. All right. Not funny.
Shit.
But all the bodies were buried in the woods of the property. I got a picture of the property as well. That's Fox Hollow Farm. It's a good amount of land out there. So he was killing dudes in the basement pool there, and then burying them on the property.
That looks like a place where you kill people,
right? Like, if I drove you out there in my beat-ass 2002 Ford Ranger, you'd be uncomfortable.
Yeah, if you drove me anywhere, I'd be uncomfortable.
Yeah.
100%. But
Michigan,
I know you
fucked up the catchphrase. It's. Sorry.
It's okay.
Pretty spooky. See? You're going to do it. Do it right. Be a mushhead, not a mishhead. All right? So. Gotta find my place. A survivor of one of Herb's indoor pool seduction and strangle attempts, because that's what he would do. He would invite a gay guy from a gay bar. Hey, come back to my place.
But he didn't come. That's not how you invite him. He had to show some dick or something.
Yeah. Well, you were like, hey, come over to my house. I'll fuck you.
You want to suck this dick?
But look at this guy, Rogue. Let's go back to a picture of Herb. The most Republican-looking gay man ever. I fucked it up. Oh, don't look. No, it's not Gacy. There's her. That's a white screen. Fuck. Fucking come on. God damn it. All right, well, you saw Herb. You know what he looked like, all right? Apparently, there's a thing in gay bars of gay guys wanting to fuck the most straight-looking guy they can find. So that's how Herb got his victims.
Really?
Yeah. He was like the closet. I don't know what I'm doing, gay guy. You know that guy gay bar? You know from your experience in gay bars, right?
I've been to a couple.
Yeah, well, there's always one guy who's like dressed up too nicely, and then the guys want to turn him out, you know?
They want to suck his dick and fuck him.
Exactly. Yeah. That's what I meant by turn him out. Yeah. So what he would do is he would bring guys over to his house and say, oh, let's go in the indoor pool. And he had just headless mannequins framing the pool.
Oh, no.
Pretty spooky. All right, we reached the limit of it. Good to know. But he would pump drinks into you that were laced with drugs. And then when you were starting to fumble in the, starting to fade in the pool, he would strangle you and then bury your body in the property. But one dude who survived, this guy named Tony Harris, went to the police. But before Herb could be arrested, he saw the writing on the wall, and he fucked off up to Canada, drove himself into Ontario to a park, and put a gun to his head and blew his fucking brains out, never confessing to a single crime. So we don't really know. There's a couple of serial killers like this where they kill themselves before they can, or they get killed before they can be arrested. So it puts a limit on how much we can actually know about his motives and stuff. I kind of think that's better. Call me crazy. I'd rather have my serial killers dead. Thank you. Yeah. Brave of me, I'd say. But to get into the hauntings, subsequent owners of Fox Hollow Farm have reported visions of young men who seem lost. Aww. Like the victims, right? You know, lost dead gay boy. I'm sorry. And also, they have seen and heard, seen her Bowmaster and heard his laughter at different, specifically in the pool room, because they didn't tear down that house. They just, somebody else bought it.
Oh.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Most of the time, serial killer domiciles, like Jeffrey Dahmer's apartment complex, got torn the fuck down, specifically because it was Jeffrey
Is it
Dahmer's.
still that house still there?
House is still there, still inhabited by people who bought it right off of the Baumeisters. Same people who experienced all the haunting.
Whatever happened to his wife and kids?
I think they eventually figured out, like, his suicide note admitted nothing about the murders. It just said, like, I'm sorry I've been living a lie. I've been cheating on my wife with men. I'm very sorry. Goodbye. And then he killed himself, you know. But he mentioned nothing about the murders. So his wife, I believe, if I remember correctly, moved to another state a little while over and raised her kids. His kids were, like, teenagers at the time it came out. So after a couple of years, I think they did the Dahmer brother move and changed their last name so they would not be associated with him. You
Makes
know,
sense.
a lot of people do that when they're connected to serial killers. But
Did you do that?
yeah, no, I did definitely change my last name. Yeah, so I wouldn't be connected to my serial killing past.
Okay. Just check it.
You guys are comfortable with me sharing that, right? You guys are cool? You all feel safe, right? Yeah. Our new event at Covert Cafe is Serial Murderers Anonymous. You can just come and be like, you know, when one of them just won't fucking stay under water. Pretty spooky. There, we got it back. As of January of 2024, Ikes, though, investigators keep finding bones at Fox Hollow Farm. They are still, so we don't know how many murders this guy actually committed. We just know he killed at least 10 in or around his home, and they are haunting the place to this day. Still identifying bones. There are 21 victims and counting.
Did he?
So we got to keep up on this one. And
Did he like have sex with him first?
yeah, I bet he did. Or after.
Oh,
That's the thing. We don't know. Like, we know Gacy liked to torture kids sexually before he killed them. You know? As did Dean Coral, this other. You brought me into this. Now we're talking about
I
it.
didn't know any of this, but go ahead.
Whereas Jeffrey Dahmer was very afraid of physical intimacy.
Gacy's the clown guy, right?
Gacy's the clown.
Okay, you just gotta say what do they look
yeah,
like? 'cause
Gacy's the clown, Dahmer's the cannibal. Dahmer liked to play with the bodies, and he was a cannibal. So he wanted you limp and lifeless so he could snuggle on you and then eat your fucking heart.
Oh,
You like that?
no.
Well, that's the story of Herb Baumeister and Fox Hollow
I got a
Farm.
question. Do you know any black serial killers?
Oh, yeah, Samuel Little.
Don't say that so proudly.
No, he's just the most recent one because he was in the news quite a bit recently.
What for what?
For murder.
What murder and what?
He was a truck driving pimp for years. He ran lot lizards.
Truck driving pimp.
Yeah, we covered him with Imani and Brandon Wayne Little. And he murdered he just died recently, but his murders were in the 60s and counting. Yeah, he was very prolific for American serial killers. There's also the Atlanta child murders. The guy they convicted for that was black.
That's the Wild West. The guy. What's the guy's name? The first guy.
Oh, Samuel Little.
Samuel Little. He did it the blackest way ever. He killed, and he was a pimp too.
Yeah.
That's nigga shit right there. Straight up. That's wild as fuck.
I don't know how I feel. You said why. I was going to say, I don't know how I feel you being proud of that.
No, I'm not proud, but
okay,
it's just
good.
like,
I don't know if that's like a
just such
signifier for the community, you know, like Malcolm X, MLK, Samuel Little to Ikes.
No, that's wild.
I'm sorry. Is that bad? I don't care.
It's just like you added a pimp, so it's like, damn.
Yeah.
That's some.
I think the term we're supposed to say now is sex trafficker.
Okay.
Which makes sense for lot lizards because it's cars.
Lot lizards.
Sex trafficker. Do you guys know what lot lizards are?
They know now.
Okay. Well, the only reason I asked is because I'm surprised how many people don't know that term, and I love it. It's one of my favorite things to say.
It's actually interesting.
Yeah, I can't say I've ever encountered one, but who boy would I like to?
I've seen a bunch. Just go walk over there.
Well, they're not lot lizards. It's not a truck stop.
Oh, it's only when they're at a truck stop?
Yeah, a lot lizard is a truck stop hooker.
So what is it called when they're just walking down the street?
Just the hookers.
Oh, okay.
It's just, you know. Am I not supposed to call them hookers anymore? I don't know.
Sex workers.
Sex workers, yeah.
They have a job.
That's good, yeah. But it's
They
like
do?
kind of like, I also think sex workers for porn stars as well, and I don't think we should use the same word for both of those.
And
because-
OnlyFans, too.
Yeah. Yeah, well,
And strippers, too.
Yeah. But that's like different leagues. I feel like that's like Farm League, AAA, Major Leagues is porn.
Major League is porn.
You know what I'm saying? You know?
All right.
Am I a bad feminist?
Snap. She snapped.
Pretty spooky. All right, let's play a game. You want to play a game with me, Ikes?
Yeah. Yes. Yes, of course.
Sound like Saw.
I know. It sounds like.
All right, no, it's a trivia game.
Okay.
It's true
Let's
crime
do it.
trivia.
Let's do it.
Trivia. That's what we call it. That's our trivia game. All right, so I'm going to ask you a few questions. What percentage of Americans, Ikes, believe in ghosts? I'm going to give you some options.
Okay.
Multiple choice. Is it A, 12%, B, 34%, C, 45%, or D, 48%?
D.
You think it's D?
Yeah.
What's the crowd think? C?
43%.
C, 43 is a... Ikes, you're right. It's 48%.
Yeah. Yeah, I guessed it. You know how I guessed that? Because Americans are stupid as shit. That's why. I knew it was going to be the highest fucking number.
Yep.
I knew it.
Well, and, you know, we also... We're leading per capita for people that believe in angels. And what is a ghost but not a goth angel? You know? It's an angel that hangs out at the Hot Topic.
A gangel.
Yeah. You know an angel?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Like one you get touched by? All right.
Touched by an angel.
Yeah.
Or
Here's another one.
macho.
This is a local question. Portland question.
Okay.
Which Portland landmark is the site of a haunting and murder of Thelma Taylor, a teenager from 1949? Is it A, Pittock Mansion, B, Cathedral Park, C, the underground Shanghai tunnels, or D, the Benson Hotel?
That's fucking interesting. Was it a white person or a black person?
Nah, you're not gonna like this. It was it was a white teenage girl murdered by a black man.
Oh, damn. They were going to say the park then.
That's fucking right. Also, thank you, Cody. Hey, clap for Cody bringing me beer. I need one after revealing that information.
It's not even that I know, like, a serial killer history. I just know American history. So that's
Right.
all it is, just American history.
And this guy,
It's the
it was
same.
not serious. It was one murder, one and done.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He
Of
got
course,
executed by the state
got
of Oregon.
caught, of
but
course.
yeah, he got caught.
There's a black guy killing a white woman. What the fuck
Yeah.
else is going to happen?
Yeah.
He's not going to get away with that shit.
Well, there's one famous case I can think of.
Go ahead.
OJ.
Oh, yeah, that's the only one. That's the only one.
It's like the case, bro.
That's the
Like,
only one.
Especially, I'm looking at how with the people in the crowd. That's like our age group's case too. Like,
Yeah, I should have known that.
that's okay.
Should have definitely
I'm
known
happy that you didn't, because you know why? Progress.
that. Progress. See, there's
Hey.
the fly. The fly's just fucking back.
All right.
Fucking fly.
But you're 2 for 2.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Is there more?
There's one more,
Oh.
but you've already pretty much won. One more question, though. Which of these horror movies was based on the murder of the DeFeo family in 1974? Was it A, Poltergeist, B, The Others, C, the Amityville Horror, or D, The Exorcist?
Let's see.
C?
Yeah.
Was that one really easy for the last one? Yeah, it's C. Fuck.
Yeah. Okay.
Fuck!
Yeah.
Made him too easy.
No, you didn't. The first two were hard as shit.
Dang. You got them both, though. You got them all. 3 for 3, Ike. Clap for 3 for 3 Ikes.
Okay. Thank you.
That's your
why,
segment.
That's why I have 7 kids, because
Yes,
I'm fucking
'cause you got it.
100%.
Goddamn right.
Yes, indeed.
You have 7 kids?
Sometimes. Yes.
I love that. Thank you so much for being
Thank
here.
you.
Ike's, everybody! You're going to see him again soon, because now that's the panel portion of the show. Now we got stand-up. Oh, my God. Are you guys fucking excited or what? Yeah. These are comics who are going to be doing some dark material stand-up for you. Oh, shit. And guess what? The 3 guest comics I asked don't know what order they're going in. So springing it on them real fast. All right. Pretty spooky. We did it. Oh my God, look at that. Can we give a round of applause for yourselves real quick? Thank you guys all so much for being here. If you think this has been awkward tonight, you should see it when there's no one in the audience. Because then it just looks like I'm reading my manifesto. All right, let's get the comedy show going. Let's get it going, all right? On deck, we're going to have your panelists. First panelist, Sagan. Oh, my God, Sagan Genesis. But starting off this segment known as Murder the Mic, make some noise. He runs Last PDX, and I kind of fucking hate him. Make some noise for Reese Hendrick!
That's 2 for 2, folks. That's 2 for 2. Now I can tell my wife I got herpes a different way. Yeah, dude. Spooky shit. Are we fans of spooky season? Yeah? Hell yeah. I'm so happy. People are doing 31 for 31 on the movies, the spooky movies. I know I look like Hitler's wet dream up here, but I'm very much Jewish. There's not a lot of Jewish horror films, right? Like, there is one called The Ritual. It's in Yiddish. And it's mostly scary to Gentiles because it's just people complaining the whole movie. It's yeah, very scary stuff. There's, of course, The Passion of the Christ, mostly because it's made by Mel Gibson and not Mel Brooks. Yeah. And, of course, there's The Wolf of Wall Street. For a Gentile to make that much money, dude, I'm trying to sleep tonight, all right? Very scary to me and lots of other people. All right, great. Speaking of Hitler, did you know that Hitler had 47 attempts on his life during the war? That's nuts to me. But it's also proof that if you want something done right, you got to do it yourself. You know? Yeah. My favorite thing about Hitler, glad you asked. My favorite thing about Hitler is that he was a hack painter and not like a hack jazz musician or something like that, you know? Because like if he was a hack jazz musician, you know, like some hipster here in Portland would have his Zyklon B-sides on vinyl, you know, with like such hits like "Here's the Final Solution," "To My Heart." Yes, sweet, sweet. Imagine being a DJ in like 1940s Germany, right? You're like playing the hits. All of a sudden an SS major busts in like, all right, play it. Plays the LP. You're like, all right, mein Volk. I guess I have to play it. This one's fresh off the press. It's from Hitler und the Youths. It's called You Really Gas Me Up, Baby. All right. I guess we'll play it. You play it backwards or something about hating Jews in there. You know, I feel like I can't work at a bank despite being Jewish. Mostly because it's like if somebody were to come in and shoot the place up, I'd be like, oh, finally. Oh, my God, thank you. Yes, please kill all of these people. FDIC insurance stands for fucking do it, coward. Please fucking do it. I was driving past the military surplus store the other day. They were having a back-to-school sale, so that's going to be fun for everybody. We'll see that in the news, I'm sure. I'm sure of it. Speaking of the news, there was... The good news the other day was billed as a coach who retired after 43 years. Isn't that nice? Yeah. And what I think they meant by that is that this coach went 43 years without touching a kid. Yeah, or at least getting caught for it. One or the other. You know, it's tomato, tomato, right? Good for him, though. I'm glad that he did that. Yeah. I was fleshlight shopping at 3 a.m. the other morning. Yeah. Good segue, right? Yeah, I came across some interesting options. Saw a Thomas the Tank Engine one. Yeah. It's like I think I can. I think I can. Toot toot when you come. Yes. Yeah. There was, of course, the little caterpillar from A Bug's Life, the German one. Yeah, and much like Mercedes-Benz and Adidas, I was thinking about getting that one for Jewish revenge. Yeah, but my favorite one had to be the Furby one. Yeah, the Furby one was fun. It's just a hollowed-out Furby. And when you're fucking it, those dead eyes are looking up at you, right? It's like the batteries are out, but somehow it's still like, come at me. Yeah. My dad bought me a fleshlight once. Yeah, for Valentine's Day, because my marriage is going great. I'm here, obviously. Yeah, no. He bought me a fleshlight. He sent me the Amazon receipt, which is like a hard flex for Amazon, I feel like. But the one that he sent me, just like he taught me, it was one-sided, had a vagina, right? Solid dad. But the one that came in the mail was very different. It was two-sided, and on one side was a very set of voluptuous lips, and the other side was a tiny butt and hole, right? And I'm like, I can't fuck this thing. Are you kidding me? So I'm fucking this thing. And, you know, I may be 6'6", but I'm not like the longest guy in the world, you know? Like, I wear a size 13 shoe. It's very average. Whatever, all right? I don't have a complex about it. And so I don't mean to brag when I say that, like, when I was fucking the mouth end, the tip of my dick would come out of the butt end repeatedly over and over. So it's like a tiny baby shitting my dick over and over and over again. And I don't know if you've ever come really hard in your life, but thanks, Dad. Good to know you're thinking about me. And trust me, folks, I know my comes, all right? I know I don't look like it, but my most recent job was midnight shift, janitor, at a porn shop here in Portland. Yeah, Mr. Peeps too, actually. In fact, hey, dude, can you cover this part of your face for me real quick? Yeah, you. Yes. It is you. Oh, that's, yeah. Nice to see you out of a work setting. You're out here enjoying comedy. That's fun for you. Yeah, it's you. That's great. You're very talented from what I hear and have experienced. Yeah, no, you learn things about life at the porn shop, right? Like that shame smells a lot like middle-aged cum. Yeah. Yeah, and it tastes like it too. It's an uncanny, nutty flavor. You learn things about yourself too, though, right? At the porn shop, like I know I told you I'm Jewish. I have a very Jewish penis, but it happens to have Amish tendencies, insofar as that it's not only that it takes 20 bearded men named Jedediah to simultaneously erect it. It's more like I feel like we had the appropriate amount of cock technology in 1853. You know, it's like vibrating cock ring. What's that? No, we still churn the butter by hand at our house, just like the good Lord intended. All right? All right, that's a masturbation joke, folks. I'm going to get off on that. You guys have fun. This was fun. Give it up for Colin Maddox, Joe's at the bar, Cody, Cobra Cafe.
Yeah, thanks, buddy. Yeah, it's a long outro. We won't hold that against him, though, will we? Reese Hendrick, everybody. Give it up for Reese. He always comes up to this bar. I serve him a lot here right at this bar, and he's like, you got any NA? And I'm like, who the fuck do you think I am? Come on. He said it, an alcoholic. Hey, but high functioning, if you say. All right. On deck, we're going to have Will Lampy. Make some noise for Will. But coming to the stage, you saw her earlier. You're about to see her again. Make some noise for Sagan Genesis.
Look at all these facts on the ground we don't really care about anymore. My favorite Hitler joke. No, sorry. I'm not. I don't even know where to go from that. That felt horrible. I don't know. But give it up for Reese, folks. Reese is super, super funny. He's on the Lord of the Rings trail to find his foreskin. No, I'm so happy. It's spooky season, right? You guys are all, yeah, spooky season. We're all in spooky season right now. Are you guys doing anything fun and spooky this season? No? Yeah? What are you doing this season for spooky season?
We're binge watching the TV show From.
Awesome. Does anyone else have anything interesting to say? Anything? Are you guys doing anything spooky for spooky season? God, you guys are terrible. The spooky thing that I like to do every year is I like to go to Lone Fir. Do you guys ever go to Lone Fir? It's like a cemetery. It's like a popular cemetery. There were probably people horribly murdered there that Colin knows about. But it's so Lone Fir is like this really, really gorgeous cemetery that you can go there. But the last time that I went there, I was really blown away because I thought that like headstones were just like regular headstones. But I saw a headstone that was really interesting. It wasn't a headstone. It was a head bench. Like it was a bench for your loved ones to sit on. Or you're a fucking pervert and you're saying, just sit on my face one last time. That's what I like to think in my mind. That's where I go. I kind of touched on this earlier, and I was wondering if you guys were interested in hearing about my Tinder stories. Do you guys give a shit or? Yeah. So it's interesting, like being on Tinder. You know, I'm 36 years old. That took me a second. I'm 36 years old, and dating in your 30s has been like so fucking bizarre and interesting because I like primarily date men, and like primarily like dating men. I think about like how I would even like talk about my body or like how I would like describe it. I've been referring to it as my blue book value, which sounds like I'm woman-splaining, but if you listen up, it's a little more cunt descending. And the whole thing about it is I'm a 1988 model. I have most original parts. I have some hail damage on the rear, and I need some partial synthetic to get things going. You guys can't tell, but my lights are starting to dim. My headlights are starting to dim, folks. But it's like, so like dating, it was so difficult, like getting back into dating. And I went on Tinder. Just being on Tinder, that's spooky season, folks. Get the fuck off Tinder. Being on Tinder, like I was dating everyone. I was like trying to figure this out. I tried giving short kings a chance. Are you guys familiar with short kings? Yeah, we're all laughing at these tiny little fucks. But there was one guy that I was talking to for a while because he was actually nice to me, which sounds so bizarre. But he was really nice to me. But I noticed in all of his photos, he was wearing this like studded vest in all of his photos. And then I realized, I was like, is that the same thing as like tiny dogs that have to wear spiked vests when they go on walks? So like large birds and coyotes don't capture you? Is that a thing that short kings are worried about? But you guys, I actually have an amazing boyfriend right now. He's right there. He's amazing. He's so wonderful. He's a really, really great person. Everyone keeps saying that he looks like Jim Halpert. And to that, I'm going to look in the camera and go. But it's interesting too because he's such a he's a really, really smart guy. He's a super smart guy. And people are like, when you're in your 30s, like people ask you like weird questions, just like, oh, are you just like baby crazy right now? And I'm like, ask him if his balls are tingling. That's fucking bizarre, right? But it's like the thing too is like I'm an idiot. Like this is what I do. Like this is what I do for fun. And I always imagine like if we were to like have a kid, I would have that Forrest Gump moment where I'm just kind of like, is he smart or is he like me? Yeah, Jim. I'll actually just leave on that. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you so much.
Oh, good shit. Good shit, Sagan. That's Sagan Genesis. Everybody keep it going for her. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Such a good time here at Murder Casserole. Oh, by the way, you're all official mushheads now. That's what we call you. Yeah. The Grateful Dead have deadheads. Here we have mushheads, all right? Pretty spooky. I'm just throwing all the catchphrases out because it's the end of the night and I'm drunk. On deck, we're going to have Ikes. Make some noise for Ikes. You saw him earlier. But coming to this stage right now, this dude's, I love saying this, second funniest person in Portland. He's a good buddy of mine. He's absolutely hilarious. Make some noise for Will Lampy.
Thank you. I'll keep it going for Colin. This is great. Cool. I'm neurodivergent, and if you don't know what that means, that's a term white people use to make it seem like we overcame adversity. It's weird being neurodivergent. You never think anyone's gonna like you. I have blonde hair, blue eyes. I'm 100% German. All that going for me. I don't think Hitler would even like me. I think he'd take one look at me and give up the whole like Aryan race vibe I had going on. There's no way I could be part of a superior race. I'm 100 pounds. I'm mentally ill. My wife is Jewish and she opens jars for me. I'm inferior in every way, and I told that joke to my mom, and she said, "Oh, well, Hitler would like you." And that made me feel special. She loves Hitler. That's a good mom. It means something in my house. I had an interesting dad, though. He was always trying to prepare you for a tough world. Like, I didn't know a dad could hug his kids until I saw an episode of Full House. And even then, I was like, oh, San Francisco is pretty gay, huh? Like, my dad was a pretty conservative guy, but looking back, he was super woke and accepting about gender. Like, he would ask about my pronouns in the middle of every one of my basketball games. I'd be out there on the court trying my best, and I'd hear from the stands, like, "Son, are you a woman?" Which, you know, ill-timed, but objectively progressive of him to check in, I thought. He did a good job preparing me for a tough world. I do feel prepared for that, but what I don't feel prepared for is eye contact from a loved one. And turns out that comes up way more often in my day-to-day life. You know, whenever my wife looks at me, I turn less into a good husband and more into an abused shelter dog. That fight-or-flight response very much kicks in, and I don't know if you can tell from my body mass, but I'm team flight 100% of the time. You know, it's weird being in a relationship like that because, like, she loves intimacy and I love being alone, and that means only one of us can be happy at a time. And it's pretty unfair it's always me, but I don't think she's that good at intimacy either. Like, we've been together a long time. She only says I love you in these weird cartoon voices. Like, I'll be leaving for work and she'll be like, "Bye, honey, I love you so much." And I'll try to answer back equally as cartoony, like, "Hey, I love you too." Because I only talk to her through Fat Albert, which they say is pretty healthy. We do have a healthy relationship. We've just been together a long time. Like, we started dating as a young college couple when we were this weird quasi-adult couple. Turns out it's way more fun to be a young college couple. That's a better time in your life. We used to get drunk on a Tuesday and make out, and it was awesome. And now we get drunk on a Tuesday, and it's all like, "We're not drunk, Will. You're drunk again." And I feel like that's less fun and a her problem, because I showed her who I was immediately. She is the one that changed. So I had a weird upbringing in a lot of ways. I grew up in a funeral home. That is the business my family ran, and just being in that environment makes you a weird kid. I didn't know I was weird until we read this book in class in the 2nd grade, and it was about this sick old lady, and she died at the end of the book, and my whole class is sobbing, learning about death for the first time, and I'm sitting there stone-faced thinking, I bet that casket's $14.95. If I had to guess. Judging from the rest of the book, she's got pretty good life insurance. Why are we crying today? Like, being in the business changes the way you see death. It changes the way you see a lot. Like, my wife asked me why I never got her flowers, and I was like, oh, it just occurred to me that a live human would want flowers. From my experience, flowers are when a friend wouldn't fly into town for your funeral. Why haven't I gotten you flowers? You haven't earned them yet, honey. People always ask me if I was afraid to like grow up in an environment like that. They were like, "Did you see dead bodies all the time?" And I did see dead bodies a lot, but I don't think dead bodies are scary. I don't think you should think that either. I actually read that 100% of crimes are committed by live bodies. That was like the first half of this show. I looked it up. All those people are less dangerous right now. No, like, I'm so comfortable with dead bodies that I don't get the movie Stand By Me. Like, from my experience, having a dead body around doesn't make kids want to, like, go on an adventure to see one. From my experience, having a dead body around makes kids want to leave your birthday party. And yeah, that door should have been locked, but my bad. No, it's a good business to grow up in. I'm pretty sure it's pretty recession-proof. Mortality rate's been sitting at 100% for quite some time. Good economy, bad economy, you're going to need us either way. That's why our slogan is Lampy Family Funeral Home will wait. Cool. Thank you very much. We're going to bring Colin back up here.
Thanks, buddy. Will Lampy, everybody. The only white man in Portland more comfortable with death than me. Oh, yeah. I love that. I love it. I love Will. Oh, my God. Hey, everybody. We got a tip jar I'm going to come around with. I'm not asking you for money, but I totally am. So do that, okay? On deck, we're going to have Drew Grizzly. Make some noise for Drew. But coming to the stage right now, you saw him in a minute ago. He's a great guy. Make some noise for Ikes.
It's okay. Yep, everything is fine. How's everybody doing? Excellent, excellent. I guess I'll tell you guys a story. I read this thing on Instagram about this white lady in Kentucky. She was having sex with her dog. Yeah, and she got caught. She got caught on her OnlyFans having sex with her dog too. I know it's weird. It was on OnlyFans. How much was it? Was that Drew or Colin that asked that? Both of them wanted to know. Yeah, well, she went to prison for 5 years, and they put the dog down. I know. It's because it's illegal for dogs to have sex in the missionary position in Kentucky. Yeah, they're only allowed to have sex doggy style. Yep. It was just a joke. Calm down, Colin. You can still have sex with your dogs if you want. White people, you can too. Continue to have sex with dogs. How else are they going to fuck human beings? Black people aren't doing it, that's for sure. So I live in this town of Portland, and it's cool. But I'm just tired of living here. I'm going to lie, I'm moving to Canada, where there's like different white people that actually acknowledge you as a black person. They still use the N-word in Canada. Yep. Yeah, neighbor. Just like Mr. Rogers. They be like, hey, neighbor, how's it going? How's it going, neighbor? That's my neighbor over there. Hey, what's up, my neighbor? Thank you guys for giggling at that a little bit. Canada, they would have laughed at that hysterically. But yeah, I do like Canada because I was just visiting there. And I took the train up there, and you can smuggle whatever the fuck you want on the train. And they don't check. I promise you, I smuggle my kids. I left them over there. So now I only have like 3 kids. But I was talking to this white dude the other day, and he was like, white people are the best cooks in the world, Ikes. I said, okay. That's cool. Joe's a pretty good cook, though. I'll say that. Joe's a pretty good cook. But he's the only white person food that I would eat other than this other white person I'm going to bring up later. This is a part of the show I like doing this because I like asking white people, who do you guys think are the best cooks? Name a white good cook. Somebody said mom? What does your mom make? She makes fucking casseroles. Spaghetti. Everybody can make fucking spaghetti. Okay, so your mom, what does your mom make? Sure. Oh, okay. Swedish pancakes, nice. It's hard to fuck up on a pancake, though. Really hard to fuck up on a pancake. It's easy? If you're white, yeah. It is. All right. For me, it's like so your mom. Nobody else can name anybody else that's white that can cook good. Andy Bourdain is dead. Doesn't count. Gordon Ramsay's fucking trash. He burns toast. I've seen it. Bobby Filet is fucking garbage. Come on, Drew. Bobby Filet is not good. Let's be real. Rachel Ray. She's a little chubby, so she probably can't cook. But Paula Deen. That's the one white person I give white people credit they name Paula Deen. Because her chicken is seasoned with the word nigga. That's why. My grandma used the word nigga all the time, and her chicken was delicious. So, hey, white people, if you guys want to cook good, take Paula Deen's steps. You start seasoning all your shit with the word nigga. No, I was joking. Don't do that. Don't do that. You get fucked up. Don't take my advice. You get fucked up hella. No, but like I think Paula Deen's food is delicious. Like I imagine like if Paula Deen came in here, she busted in here. She's like, nigga, I got some chicken outside. I'm gonna go outside and eat some of that chicken. She's like, that's just what it is. Clap if you're not gonna eat Paula Deen's chicken. Everybody in here is gonna eat Paula Deen's chicken, I guess. See, I think like that's the way you end racism, just by giving niggas chicken just over and fried. You gotta be fried. Got it. See, in Canada they would have laughed at that joke. Portland's too sensitive for nigga jokes, apparently. See? See? I'm leaving. Thank you.
Yeah. That's Ike's, everybody. Keep it going for Ike's. He's got to get out of here. His kids are in the car still. It's a stock joke for anybody who talks about their kids. It's a little inside track for you non-comics. Comedian says they have kids, say they're in the car. It's funny to think of kids suffocating. Pretty spooky. We got 2 more comics for you. Coming on deck, we're going to have Aaron Thomas. Make some noise for Aaron. But coming to the stage right now, the handsomest man to come out of Virginia that wasn't Robert E. Lee. Make some noise for Drew Grizzly.
All right. First of all, no, I appreciate that. The handsomest man to come out of Virginia is Chris Brown, but we can't. I know. You know what's crazy is I defended Chris Brown for years, simply because he was from Virginia, and I wasn't aware of any other thing that he had done. I thought it was just a Rihanna thing. And I was like, okay, the man made a mistake. And I was like, it's forgiven. I was like, man, he's the best thing to ever come out of Virginia. You know what I mean? And then I found out that he has like 9 more cases of him like hitting women. Yeah, man. And then he was one of those people allegedly listed in like the Diddy manifesto. Yeah, I know. So not listening to Chris Brown anymore. I actually never listened to Chris Brown. His music is trash. Let's just say that. I'm gonna be honest, his music is trash. I'd rather listen to Drake. Let's bring Drake back. Matter! Make Drake great again. I don't know what I did there. That's not even how the acronym goes. Okay, sorry. But this is, I'm gonna be honest, this has been a culture shock to me. I just realized the differences between black people and white people at this show tonight. You know what I mean? Because white people, y'all are obsessed with true crime. Black people, we just do crime. Ah, man. Great. Great. We got any Hispanics out here? Shout out to the Hispanics. No Hispanics? That was offensive, man. That was crazy. Okay, well, I just asked because a couple of days ago was the end of Hispanic Heritage Month. Did you guys know that? Yeah, Hispanic Heritage Month starts in the middle of September, September 15th, and ends in the middle of October, which to me, I don't like. Right? It seems like appropriation. I don't know. I just think if there's any Heritage Month that should start late, we know which one it should be. There you go. You said it. I didn't want to say it. I was let one of these white people say it and cancel themselves. I was going to let them make the mistake. Ah, man. God damn. So y'all ain't watching From? Y'all watching From. Let me tell you, this is the best show out. I don't even know how to explain it. I'm going to try my best. I'm not even going to do jokes no more. I'm just going to try to get y'all on this show. This is the greatest show on TV. So what happens is like these people, man, they're driving, right? And they driving, and there's a tree. And the tree, they can't get over the tree. They can't climb over it. The tree's just there. And then when they see the tree, you see some crows. And when you see the crows, you're fucked. Because when you see the crows, it means you're stuck. Okay, now you're stuck in this town. You drive around the town. You drive around in circles. You can't get out of the town, right? And people are like, hey, man, how do I get out the town? You can't get out the town. And at night, you got to go inside. Why? Because at night, these white people, people eaters come and they eat you. And they come into your house. The first episode, they ate a little white girl and a little white lady. And if you ever seen a show where they kill white people on the first episode, you know it's real. You know. They say that shit for the season finale. No, they did that shit on the first episode. 2 white people dead. It's crazy. And then there's been another family in there, and this family is a mirror from an old family that might have happened. We don't know that to be true, but it might. So you got to put the pieces together. But I can't give you the puzzle. You got to put the pieces together yourself, because we all got these different theories, because we don't know if they're in hell or in heaven or in purgatory. We don't know if they're in a simulation, but what we do know is they're fucked. That's what we do know. We do know everybody is fucked. It's fucked. They're fucked. We're fucked. Everybody, you don't know what's going on. And if you think I'm crazy, yes. You know why? Because the people who produce this show are the people who produce Lost. So if it sounds like I got a tinfoil hat on, you know why. Oh, man, I love this show. I watched every episode 6 times. I love this fucking show. Oh, my God, I haven't showered in 3 months. I fucking... And there's a guy, the main guy, his name is Boyd. Boyd was the black guy from Lost. You see where I'm going with this? Some people think they're in the same universe, but we don't know that right now. What we do know is they're fucked. That's what we do know. Everybody is fucked. All right, thanks, guys. My name is Drew Grizzly. This has been great.
Hell yeah, Drew Grizzly, everybody! Everybody's fucked. Here's the thing. I don't even know. I don't remember what show he was talking about. What show are you talking about? From? Oh, okay. All right. All right. Deal. MGM Prime. Dude. Drew, you understand that your energy during your set and right now is like me times 3. And that's too much for people, you know? You don't want that. Have a beer. Chill the fuck out, all right? Guys, it's been Murder Casserole. We got one more comic for you. You got energy for one more comic? Oh, my God. You saw him earlier. I love him to death. Make some noise for Aaron Thomas!
Thank you, Colin. Thank you. Wow. Guys, thank you for hanging out, sticking around. I want to start by saying that I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry because I was just outside with Drew. He asked for a lighter because he wanted to smoke something. I thought it was weed. I think I was wrong about what he just smoked. And a lot of you white people, you hung in there. You did well to not be afraid. Okay. Cool. Nice. Sorry. All right. You guys watching scary movies right now? You guys doing that? You guys watching? Yeah. I want to talk about this. There's something in scary movies that I don't like that I've noticed because it's that time of year. I'm watching a bunch, and I've noticed this trend in some scary movies where they have a character it'll be a temptress. It'll be a woman temptress, and then she turns into an old lady. That's the scary part, right? I don't like it because that's exactly something that, like, I don't know, I guess a bro would be afraid of. Like, a guy's writing the script and he's like, yeah, dude, what if in the next scene, right, the hot chick, she's going to have sex with me, because of course, she's going to have sex with me, but in the last second she turns out to be an old lady. Oh, my God. Gross. Ew. Old women should be dead, not having sex, is, I guess, the message. And I don't know. It's bothering me. It's bothering me. I also have to apologize for this. I made fun of Colin a lot for fucking dogs, and that's not warranted, you know. I like to take jabs at Colin. I like to. I can't help myself. But it's a deflection, you know. I'm a fucking weirdo myself, all right? I was a very sheltered kid. When I was a kid, I wasn't allowed to play Grand Theft Auto, you know. But I was allowed to play The Sims, which is arguably worse. Because look, all right, in Grand Theft Auto, sure, you can run over anyone with your car. But in The Sims, I can make a woman fall in love with me and have a baby with her, and then I can drown the baby, and then over time, I can make that woman have another baby with me. Yeah. Yeah. Pretty spooky. All right, sure. Yeah, in Grand Theft Auto, you can shoot up a city block. But in The Sims, I can let the neighbor in to use my bathroom, and then I can pause the game and remove the door. And then I can insert an oven and start a fire. And then I can watch what he does. I have more examples. None of them reflect good on me as a person. The Sims was also rated T for traumatic. If you've never played The Sims is a game where you live life in a suburb and you have no money and you need to get a job and make sure you take out the trash and make sure you go to the bathroom. If you fail to do any of these things, your character will cry. So, is it video games that turn people to violence, or is it just being alive now? Pretty spooky. All right. I never do that last part because it just fucking bums people out, I guess. I'm getting the light. All right. That's good. I got to have one more. I grew up Christian. I'll talk about that. I grew up Christian. All right, yeah. Current Christian or former Christian? Yeah, suck it, God. All right. That's right. No longer a Christian. I grew up in the mid to early 2000s being a Christian. That's when they wanted to make, like, Jesus cool for you, you know? Which is a bold choice, I think, you know? Being your cool friend. I had a lot of cool friends. None of them were watching me while I masturbate. And then afterwards being like, I think you should apologize to me. I used to try to stop myself from masturbating when I was young. I used to try to do that. And that's how I learned. That's exactly how you come the hardest. That's all it is. This is a conversation with yourself going, no, we shouldn't. It's a conversation with your dick going, but Daddy, I love him. You don't even have to be a Christian for that. Take that home with you. Enjoy. All right, that's it for me. Where's the mic stand? All right.
Oh, I am the mic stand. Aaron Thomas, everybody. Give it up for Aaron. We love that guy. That's the show. That's the whole show, everybody. I was going to ask what'd you think, but that just made me feel nice, what you guys did. Guys, thank you so much for being here. Can we make some noise for Cody and Joe here at Covert? Oh, my God. Guys, we got events here damn near every night of the week. Come back to this beautiful little Montevillain haunt. You're going to love it. Let me serve you beer, all right? Friday through Sunday, I'll get you a frothy cold one, all right? That's not a euphemism, but it could be. Pretty spooky. Hey, everybody, tip your bartenders. You want to throw some cash in? Here goes the comics. Have a good one. Get home safe, and I love you.